Hey, what's up, my construction entrepreneurs? Chilling. Family's over there at some place playing in the snow. I got one kid, Taj, sleep. Anyway, so I wanted to bring up this man. So, oh, by the way, we're in Big Bear. So shout out to you. We're in Big Bear now, in the village. We're in the Big Bear village, whatever. Anyway, so yesterday, I stopped by the bookstore, and I ran into a gentleman that was having trouble. I was looking for this book. The book I was looking for was Profit First for Contractors. Right? There's a Profit First book, but I think I forget the author's name, Michael something. I don't want to destroy his last name. I think his name is Michael. But the second book came out was by Sean Van Dyke. And it's Profit First for Contractors. So I wanted to go get that because I'm listening to the audiobook, and I was like, man, I need to have an actual hard copy of this so I can kind of highlight and go through some stuff. And I was in there, and I was, I'm looking for it. And this guy was like, hey, man, I didn't kind of look through all this stuff here. What you looking for? Maybe I have seen it already, and he doesn't work there. He's just a regular guy. And I tell him, and he was like, no, I haven't seen that one. He was like, but man, I'm just here just looking for something that kind of catches my attention. I don't know what I want to do or where I want to go or how I want to do this. Older gentleman, probably a little bit older than me. And I was like, so what do you do? He was like, oh, I do home inspections. And I was like, oh, that's good, man. That's in line of what I do a little bit. I don't never have to hire a home inspector, but home inspector is part of the construction world. But I was like, he was like, yeah, so, I've been doing this for about 20 years, inspecting homes. I charge about $350. Other guys charge $299, $300, sometimes even, lower than $299. It's like, but, I have about 50 realtors, and he said right now it's slow. So it's real slow for realtors, so it's even slower for me right now. And he says, but I'm trying to find something to get into. So I think he was looking for something more like a career change, But one thing I started talking to him about is being resourceful within the sector of work he's in, right? Doesn't seem like there's enough happening for him or money being made for him within what he's doing. So kind of got a feel for it, let him talk for a little bit, told him what I do. We didn't exchange any numbers, but one thing I told him was this, is that he's in a place, how can I word this? He's in a place, he can put himself in a position to where realtors and homeowners can want him to do the work. He can put himself in that position, right? Home inspectors are not they're not expected, right? Like, let me say this, like ServPro. Okay, so I do work for ServPro. ServPro here, I don't know if they're nationwide, but ServPro here in California, they're a water mitigation company, right? They're a mitigation company. So they go in and take care of water, fire, however your home is, whatever damage happened there, clean that home up, remove all the damage, remove most of the damage areas, and then walk away, right? So your home flood, you'll call ServPro out. They'll vacuum out all the water, dry up everything, put their machines there, kind of collect the moisture in the air. They did that, right? Well, recently they were bought out by Blackstone, right? Everybody knows who Blackstone is, right? So Blackstone bought ServPro out. Well, Blackstone has now said, hey, ServPros, we don't want you guys turning down the reconstruction anymore. So start doing the reconstruction. So before ServPro wouldn't do the construction. They'll just do the mitigation and then walk away. But now Blackstone is saying, hey, do the construction. Do not turn it away. So now this is like crazy busy for them, right? So, but ServPro is in a position to where the homeowners expect them to get the work done, right? There's not many homeowners that want to go through the the process of hiring another contractor. So it'll be better if ServPro is there and then ServPro finish and get everything back together as well. So they're more in a position of being expected to do the work, expected to take care of the damage, and expected to put everything back. Okay, so what I'm saying is that home inspector that I met at the bookstore, he can put himself in a place where they expect him to do the work, right? You inspect it, now take care of the work, right? Now it's not common, or I haven't heard that it was common or even normal within the industry for inspectors to also get the work done that they recommend, right? A lot of times that's almost like unspoken conflict of interest. Like, well, if you're inspecting it, all you do is got to add more things that need to be done, and you'll get more work on your plate type deal, right? But he can put himself in a sweet spot to where he's like, hey, I know contractors. I have the resource to bring in these contractors to take care of this and take care of it the right way for you, right? And I was telling him, like, this is what you can do. He was like, man, I just sent the email off to a customer. They were asking me, do I know an electrician? And he said that he literally told her, yeah, don't hire an electrician because they're going to charge you like $100 and some bucks just to fix a plug. And I was like, right. That's when they add your cost to that. Yeah. They need to charge that. It's 75, 175. To be charging 175 for a plug, right? You shouldn't be sending me out there for a plug anyway. You call a handyman out there, not an electrician. But anyway, so, and that's what I told him. I was like, hey man, listen, you're in a great position to turn that industry around, or turn it around for yourself and make it to where now you can almost triple your income for a year. So you can, when the slow time come, you'll be in a little bit better position than you are now. And you may be still busy, because if they do a good job and the homeowner moves in, they may call you back, which you can call that contractor back and get more work done after they have bought the home. I was like, man, you got to be resourceful. I was telling him, and he was listening. He was like, yeah, you're right, But he had such a worry. He was like, well, what if they're not good? And then the homeowner calls, and I was like, dude, you screw up too. He was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, he has so much worry to grow, so much what ifs, and not risking enough to even grow a little bit. He was almost ready to risk everything in another market and start over, than to take it in his market and kind of turn things around for him. I was like, dude, you had already dealt with tough, probably more complicated stuff than what you're even thinking that's going to happen. Just do it, man. Okay. Say someone screws up something, then if they haven't completed the work, then they don't get paid till they make it right. You figure out what happened. There's so many variables to things going wrong, or homeowner complaining, or contractor complaining. Dig into it, find out what's going on. Don't let that stop you. There's always going to be issues within this construction industry. Okay? It's not if you get sued, it's when. That's it. So I just told him, like, be resourceful. And that's the most important part, was that there was a time in my career where I kept jumping all over because I wasn't utilizing my trade. I wasn't allowing my trade and my career to put me in places that was more beneficial for me. Right? I was just like, oh, nope, I'm done with that. Go with this. Oh, nope, done with that. Go with this. Instead of being patient and then learn how to risk a little bit more and see those opportunities for what they are, and then capitalize on it. So if you're in this sector, I'm telling you the story because if you're in the sector and you notice that, hey, I need to do more, or I want to do more, or hey, I need to jump in some area. Be resourceful within the work that you're in. Maybe you need to bring in other, like he need to start creating a list of other contractors. He said, where do I find contractors? Dude, all over. You run into us all the time. You see us on side the road. You see us building houses. You ran into me into the library. Like, we're everywhere. Right? And I didn't even give him my number. You're going to run into another contractor probably in the parking lot. They're all over, He was like, yeah, you're right, man. So maybe you need to do that. Maybe you need to figure out how to capitalize more and be resourceful within your own sector of work. And then hike up those sales, man. He should be making, 20% off of every contractor over there that he sent over there to do work. Make 20%. He said, well, if the guy don't pay me, then don't use him no more, man. Make sure you got the work done and don't use him no more. You're going to be making 20 cents, depending on how much the work is, probably chump change, That's how that dude get on, man. You bring another person in. But, dude, how much work you have access to, they're going to pay you. Okay? Because they want you to feed them more work. I guarantee you. And you're going to want to give them more work. It's going to be a great relationship, man. Go for it. So we got to be resourceful within the where we're at, what we're doing and where we want to go, And sometimes it is talking to someone else and kind of helping them see the different options that you're not seeing that's right in front of you, right? Because sometimes we can't see it because we're so immersed in it. We are living it, right? And it's hard to get out, but that's good. He went to the store. We ran into each other. So that's what you got to do. You got to go to the store. You got to go somewhere. Go, get out. Stop sitting at home and moping and letting that stuff eat away at you. You got to get out, meet people. Hey, how you doing? He literally didn't even introduce himself. He said, hey, man, I've been combing through all these books. What book you looking for? That's how the conversation started. And that's how I got into giving him this nugget that he may jump on, he may not. He may pass it on. I don't know. But it's a win. So, hope you got something from that. I'm going to let you go, my construction entrepreneurs. Probably got to go pick the wife up here. The wife and the fam bam here in a little bit here. They probably done playing in the snow here. We're about to go eat something. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And make sure you share this with someone, especially someone that needs to hear it. Hustle hard, then hustle harder. See you on the next one.